In 2026, every school is most likely spending money on marketing to increase enrollment. Whether it's ads, flyers, open houses, billboards, everybody's spending. But here's the reality. If I asked you right now, how many enrollments did your marketing actually produce last semester? Would you know the answer? Probably not. You see, most school leaders can't answer that question, at least not with real factual number. Majority of schools that we speak with have a tracking problem, an organization problem, and an accountability problem, which means you're probably sitting on interested families right now. Families that have already reached out to your school, and you're not losing them because they chose another school, but because nobody followed up with them. Now, if this is your first time on the channel, my name is Julian Corzo, and my team and I have partnered with charter and private schools all across the country to increase the enrollment. One of our school partners went from 0 to 102 enrollments in just 7 months. Another one added 115 enrollments in just 90 days. The same platform, the same systems, and the same habits. And that's exactly what I'm going to be breaking down today. So if you watch the entire video, you're going to discover a few things. 1, the 3 biggest problems that are silently killing your enrollment right now. And I guarantee that at least one of these is happening in your school right now. 2, the exact CRM system we build out for our partnered schools, from the very first ad click all the way to a registered student. Now, I'm not going to show you the exact CRM we use because that's for our clients, but I'm going to be giving you an overview of it. And 3, the follow-up cadence that most schools think is too much, but it's exactly what it takes to add 40 to 50 new enrollments in a span of 90 days. So let's dive into the first problem, which is you can't track anything when it comes down to your marketing and your enrollment. You see, you could be running ads on Google or Meta. Maybe you're sending flyers, maybe you're doing community events, open houses, or maybe you're even paying somebody to manage your social media and create you content. Whatever it is, the problem is you do not know which channel or avenue is actually bringing you enrollments. You don't know if your problem is traffic or tours or follow-up. And when you're guessing, you end up focusing on the wrong things. You pour energy into the stuff that isn't working and you starve the things that actually are. Problem number 2 is you cannot prove your ROI. You see, when the board asks you, hey, we spent all this money on marketing, like what did we get back from it? Most school leaders will answer with a feeling, maybe a couple anecdotes. We spent this much money in marketing, we've generated these many interested families, we had this many tours, and we had X amount of enrollments, which led to X amount in funding. That's the language that they speak. And when you cannot speak that language, 2 things will happen. 1, you can't get budget approved for the things that are working, and you keep spending on things that aren't because nobody can actually see the numbers. And problem number 3, everything is a mess internally. You see, you might have interested families in your system right now, but your CRM, your spreadsheet, your stack of sticky notes, whatever you use, is not organized, which is causing you to not know who to follow up with. It's causing you not to know where each family is in the current enrollment process. And it's causing families to fall through the cracks because there's nobody clearly accountable for any of it. And this is where schools genuinely lose tons of enrollments. Think about it. That family reached out, they were interested, you already paid to generate that interest, and you lost them for free. And it's because nobody responded fast enough. So now let's get a little bit tactical, because go get a CRM is not something that's just going to solve your problems. You see, plenty of schools have a CRM and it's still a disaster. The key is having a CRM that covers your entire enrollment process, from the very first click all the way to your registered student. So let me show you exactly how we set this up for our partnered schools. It all starts with one point of entry. You need one place where every interested family enters your world, no matter where they come from. For our school, that's an interest form on a custom landing page we designed specifically for them. And we're driving traffic to that page with custom created ads, graphics, and videos running on Facebook and Instagram. And by the way, if you're not running ads on Meta right now, that is the #1 way to increase your enrollment today. So make sure you do that. Even if you are doing open houses or flyers or community events, whatever your recruitment strategy is, it all funnels to one single point of entry, one form, one front door, because you need one place that tells you this family is interested. Now, the form itself, this is where a lot of schools shoot themselves in the foot. Your interest form is not your application. If a parent has to answer 20 or 30 questions just to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested, that's adding way too much friction. And most of them are just going to leave. Our form consists of 5 questions: the parent's name, email, and phone number, the student's name, and the grade they're interested in. That's all you need to know for a family to show interest in your school. Because what happens is when they fill out that form, then your team can now contact them. So you should have 5, 5, 6, 7 questions max. Anything more and you're literally paying for leads that never finish the form. Now, once that family fills out the form, they enter your CRM as an interested family, and this is where the magic happens. Because now every single step of their journey gets tracked in the pipeline. For the majority of our schools, the process looks like this: interested family, then a tour, then they fill out the first phase of the application, and if a seat is open, the school offers the seat, and if the parent accepts the seat, then they now complete the registration. That's the journey. But inside the CRM, you need to be able to answer all of these questions for every single family. Were they contacted or did they not answer? How many times have you contacted them? Did they book a tour? Did they actually show up to the tour? If they didn't show up, did somebody reschedule them? Did they fill out the first phase of the application? Are they moving to registration? You see every family, every stage visible at a glance. You want to make sure that you can see every family at every stage super visible. Now, here's where things gets really interesting. And this is the part that surprises most people, because our CRM is so organized, every interested family is getting at least 12 touch points in a matter of 3 to 4 days. And I know some of you might think that, wow, that's like way too much. You're going to start annoying parents, etc. But that's what it takes to be able to add 40 to 50 new enrollments in a span of 90 days. Because the reality is that family is reaching out to other schools at the exact same time. You're not the only school. There's something called speed to lead. And essentially, the quicker you respond to a family, the more likely they are to enroll. So if you respond within 5 minutes of them filling out the form, you're golden. But if you wait 30 minutes, that family is 20 times less likely to move forward. The parent fills out your form, they're excited, they're picturing their kid at your school, and then nothing. 10 minutes later, they filled out 2 other school forms and completely moved on from your school. And here's the proof. We have literally families tell us that the reason they chose the school that we partner with is because how on top of communication we were. Because think about it from a parent's perspective. Parents want to feel seen. They want to feel heard. And when your school responds quickly and follows up consistently, here's the message they receive. If this is the attention I'm getting before my child is even enrolled, this is the attention that my kid is going to get in every single classroom. Your follow-up is your first impression of your school's quality. So no, 12 touch points in 4 days is not annoying. Silence is what loses enrollment. Now here's where everything comes full circle, because to those first 2 problems, once every family and every step is tracked in the system, you finally have real data, what's working and what's not working. You can finally see that your ads brought in 80 interested families this month, that you booked 30 tours, that 22 of them showed up, and that 15 enrolled. Your open house and your flyers brought in 6 new enrollments. Now you know exactly where to put your budget and your energy. You double down on what's working and you cut what's not. And when the board asks you about ROI, a guessing school will say, we think the marketing is helping. A tracking school will say, we invested this and we generated this amount of families, which led to this amount of funding. That's the difference between defending your marketing budget and getting it increased. Now, one last thing, and honestly, this might be the most important part of this entire system. A CRM only works when someone owns it. The biggest risk isn't the actual tool, it's too many hands working on the tool. You need clear accountability. So here's the rule that we hold every partner school to. One person owns the pipeline, not shared, not whoever's free that day. One name that everybody can point to. That person owns the speed to lead. They own the daily pipeline review. They own keeping every family in the right stage. And leadership looks at the exact same dashboard that that person does. So one school, one owner, one set of numbers. So at this point, you have 3 options. Option 1 is you keep doing exactly what you're currently doing. Families might be reaching out to you through 5 different channels. Nobody really follows up with them. It's not fast enough, and you keep losing enrollments to other schools. Option 2, you try to build all of this yourself. And look, you can, but you're going to be spending months piecing everything together, trying to figure out what vendors to use, trying to hire people, adding more to your payroll, and then you have to manage more things as a leader. Or option 3, you work with us and we build the entire system for you. The landing pages, the ads, the CRMs, the automations, the follow-up sequences, everything that we just talked about. We'll build it all for you. We'll get it running within just 7 days. It's the exact same system that took one of our schools from 0 to 102 enrollments in 7 months. So if you want our help, then click the link down below and book a call with our team. On that call, we're going to look at your current enrollment process, identify exactly where families are falling through the cracks, and map out a custom plan for your school. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video.